What a crappy day to pick up sneakers. Wow, I'm actually soaked. This umbrella is doing me no justice because legit the wind is on another level today. But that's okay. It wasn't all bad today. So we are gonna go get warm here in a few minutes. Catch you guys later. And welcome back to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we're going to be looking at the Air Jordan 4 Taupe Hazes. Let's take a quick look. Welcome back, everyone, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. For those of you out there, if you don't already know this, almost 78% of you that view my content are not currently subscribed to the channel. It's free to do, so be sure to take that 1 second that it takes to click that subscribe, as well as give this video a thumbs up at the end. These thumbs ups help the video so much, so please take that second as well to give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to leave any comments or questions down below if you guys have any after this review and unboxing, as well as hit that notification bell because we have so much heat coming out. I'm so excited for this week. Today was a good day of W's. I took some L's too, so it wasn't all W's today, but I'm so excited for all this new content that we are going to be pumping out. So be sure to hit that notification bell, as well as check out our join tiers for our members. We've got that join button that you should click on because we have so much stuff for our membership perks that I don't want you guys to miss out on, as well as be sure to check out our new merch store. It's got a lot of great items on there that you guys will be sure to want to check out when you have the free time. But now let's get into this unboxing. We again are going to be discussing the Air Jordan 4 Taupe Hazes. I've got an adult size as well as a kid size. So after we do the overview of the shoe, we're going to talk about the key differences between the kids versus the adults, whether or not it's worth buying the kids or if you should just skip it and go to the adults. We're also then going to talk about sizing and how these shoes fit, followed by the styling. These were so much fun to style. Oh my gosh, I love this color, not gonna lie. So I just had such a great time finding some great items in my wardrobe to be able to style these shoes with. Then we are going to conclude with resale. I hope that you guys did not sleep on this, because guess what? These shoes are doing crazy on resale. I'm not going to lie. They dropped a little bit for the adults, but if you manage to cop some kid pairs, they're doing insanely well. And it could be the fact that, you know, these are known as the poor man Travis Scott. So we'll get into that at the end of this episode. So now let's get to this overview. I'm going to be overviewing the adult version to start. And then again, we will move into comparing the adult versus the kids. So let's pick up this beautiful Air Jordan 4 silhouette. We're gonna start on that frontal toe box area. We have this beautiful, beautiful suede. This is actually very soft, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, good suede, good suede. So we have that Taupe Haze suede here. And then on the front of that toe box, we have this crackled leather. I know a lot of you were complaining about the crackled leather, but guess what? This eventually over time will crackle off, and I'm not going to do it for you now on this unveiling of the shoe, but underneath the crackled leather is actually a lighter suede. So it looks beautiful with the crackled leather in my opinion, but I also love that coloring scheme that they have underneath that's unveiled after this leather cracks off. And we've got a lot of that crackled leather moving up into the top of the tongue here. We've also got it on the sides of the eyelets. So you're definitely gonna see different areas that are gonna crack off and eventually bring out that kind of nice neutral tan suede underneath. We've got hints of this infrared coloring scheme on the Jumpman logo. And then we've also got that hit of infrared on the inside of the tongue as well. It's so nice because this is such a neutral shoe, but then we've got that like pop, that sizzling infrared color just to give it a little bang, a little something. Then we've got nice black accents on the laces and the eyelets and underneath the paneling on the sides. So let's get into seeing a closer look at the frontal part of the shoe. All right, moving on to the medial and lateral side panels of the shoe. Again, we've got a little bit more of that crackled leather moving into the side paneling as well, again, as this smooth suede just wraps around in that simple neutral taupe haze coloring scheme. We also have just some nice subtle black tones going on throughout the side paneling as well, or oil gray, because this is a bit of a lighter shade than our typical black that we've seen on the Jordan silhouette. And as we wrap around on the back, we've got that nice neutral Jumpman logo, and again with some of that oil gray on the pull tab, as well as some nice dark inner linings with a red and black insole to kind of tie it off with more pops of that infrared color. Let's take a closer look at those side panels in the back of the heel counter. All right, so now we're gonna finish off the shoe and talk about just the simple white midsole, and again, that kind of oil gray blackish tone on the outsole. Then again, we've got some nice touches, just some subtle touches of that infrared on the Jumpman, and again, just some subtle touches again of that infrared on the bottom with a little bit of extra white going on here. And that is it for this shoe. Let's take a final look, and then we're going to jump into the comparison of the kids versus the adults. All right, so this is actually one of those shoes where I have honestly gone through it, and the kids is to a T exactly the same quality as the adults. I cannot find any imperfections whatsoever. I've searched near and far, and there literally are not any quality issues. Usually I find that the grade school versions can be way less in quality, but in this instance, I have not found any quality issues. The suede, the crackled leather is the same. The color is on point. They didn't screw up on differentiating the color scheme on this one. The oil grays, the whites, everything matches the adult version to a T. The only difference is the box. I will say that the adult box is very cool. It has that crackled leather tone going on with the infrared on the inside of it. And then of course we've just got, you know, a typical Jumpman Jordan box here with Flight on the top of it. But you know, if you're not so crazy about having to have the exact box, I would highly recommend saving your money if you can fit a grade school, because this literally is the same shoe and you're gonna save a little bit of money buying the kid's shoe. So on that note, let's move into sizing. I stuck true to size, so I'm a 7.5 in men's, but I can also fit a 7 for a tighter, snugger fit in the grade school version. So I do recommend just staying true to size on this one. Let me tell you something about Qdoba that I love so much, is that they don't charge you for queso on your bowl. I get the queso Diablo because I like it spicy, if you know what I mean. But I'm famished, and so I'm probably gonna annihilate this queso. This entire bowl that probably weighs like 5 pounds. I don't know what they pack in these bowls, but it's so heavy when you take it in a bag. Just like, wow. Jam packing it full. But this is just hitting the spot. Oh. And wash it down with that giant peach. You know what I mean? Gotta get you guys the best top oh, that was really spicy. Best top quality content, so I gotta nourish myself with only the best, right? Can't wait to see what we have in store for you guys later tonight. All right, to the main event, let's move into styling. Let me tell you guys, it was a very crappy day out today, so I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna be able to shoot outside because the weather was just not having it. It was pouring and it was windy. But have you noticed when you have those kind of crappy rainy days and all of a sudden it clears off and it's like the most beautiful sky? That happened today. That's right. We had a beautiful day with the sun setting. The lighting was just so nice and golden, and I just had so much fun styling these shoes. For the first look, I decided to go with some simple light denim skinny jeans. I topped that off with a Zara ribbed long sleeve turtleneck shirt that has buttons on the top end of it, and it's this just nice kind of neutral coloring scheme. It's a nice tan that I layered with a puffer shirt from Zara as well in this olive green tone. Olive greens, the tans, I just feel like they worked so well with the taupe hazes. I just love wearing natural colors right now. I think it's a great colorway to move into the spring with, so that's why I selected that first look.
I'm the type of girl that doesn't settle, won't wait around till you get on my level. You think you got it on, you think you're special, but you're not. Yeah, you're hot, but that don't mean a lot to me. I'm the type of girl that needs attention. I want you on my mind 24/7. Step it up, yeah, give me some dimension. Let me buzzing, let me crushing. Now you're giving me nothing and I'm bored. I think I like you, but I'm not sure.
For the second look, I paired it with my new Essentials Fear of God sweatpants that I was waiting for the restock, and I got a W on them, so I was excited to add that to my collection because I've had the same matching crew neck and I was just waiting for its matching pair of pants, and I finally was able to get them. So I wore that with these shoes, and I just think that that kind of creamy grayish color tone went so well with these shoes, and it actually is probably going to be similar to that suede coloring scheme that's underneath the cracked leather. So I think as this kind of cracks away, it's going to actually match those sweatpants even better. I layered that with a khaki trench coat just because I think khakis go so well with this very neutral taupe haze coloring scheme. So any type of khaki I feel like is going to go great when you're styling this shoe in particular.
Baby, I'm bored. I think I like you, but I need more. Baby, I'm good guy, yeah, I get it, but that's just not enough to keep my interest.
The last and final look, I had multiple layers, so I wore just some simple gray sweatpants, which I think gray sweatpants are going to go great with this. Obviously, there's lots of gray hues going on here, so that was just a nice base layer. To top it off, I decided to layer 3 pieces. So I brought a denim shirt, which I layered on top of a black hoodie, and on top of that layer, I wore this plaid button-down shirt that has very similar colors to the taupe hazes. I mean, it was like almost identical with the coloring scheme that I saw when I was looking at that plaid. I'm like, oh my God, this is the perfect look. I have to wear this with these shoes.
Don't tell me you already hit your limit, cause I want what I want, and I want you to work for it. I don't think I'm asking for a lot here. I wanna feel it even when you're not here. Maybe switch it up, it's just a thought. You have me buzzing, have me crushing, now you're giving me nothing.
So you guys let me know at the end, what was your favorite look out of the 3 in the comments down below. Would love to hear your thoughts.
Bounds. Your name falls out my mouth almost every other sentence. No, I can't help it. No, I can't help it. Yeah, I know it's kinda bad. Now my phone, I'm going mad when you text me back and you look like that in your black hat. It's getting dangerous. Ooh, how'd I get so deep into this? Oh yeah, now I can't keep my head from spinning. Ooh, gotta love that it's forbidden. Turns me on that it's but I can't get enough. I'm not trying to keep it business when you got me addicted. You got me addicted. Yeah, I know it's kind of bad. Now my phone, I'm going mad when you text me back and you look like that in your black hat.
All right, now let's get into the resale. I know you guys have been waiting for this because resale was like insane this morning if you were looking at how much the shoes were going for before they released on the sneakers app. They have gone down a bit from when I did see them earlier today, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go up. So definitely keep an eye open. And I think that these were a bit more limited than people expected, but actually accessible. So you know that the most similar shoe to this was a pair that Travis Scott had worn, but those are unreleased still. So this is pretty much the closest that you're gonna get to the shoes that he was seen wearing in the Jordan 4 silhouette. In my opinion, I think this just is a great secondary option that obviously is accessible. So let's start with how much the grade school cost. So grade school went for $150. Again, if you can fit grade school, save the $50 because obviously the adult size is around 200, so you're definitely spending a bit more money there. But as far as resale goes, grade school is killing it. Depending on what size, it's going between $325 to $500, which is crazy how much that has gone up in pricing. For the adults, which retailed at $200, those are currently going between $340 to $380. But I do actually see these shoes pretty much keeping this great value. I think, you know, it's just a great colorway. It goes with a lot, and it's the perfect color for spring. So definitely happy with being able to cop these. Of course, I'm gonna try and show you guys as much as I can, adult versus kids, because I think it is important to see if there's any quality issues, because you never know. Like, I don't want you to go and buy a kid's shoe and it be terrible quality and actually not know that it's just completely opposite of the adult version if you can just choose one or the other. All right, you guys, thank you so much again for tuning in to another one of my episodes. Again, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. Don't be shy, leave me comments and questions down below, as well as hit the notification bell, guys, because we have so much heat coming out. I can't wait for you guys to see this new upcoming content that we're prepping for, as well as hit that join button. We have so many membership perks. If you guys are wondering if I have a weekly calendar of what I'm going to be posting, if you become a member, you will know and you'll be on top of everything. So be sure to check that out, as well as our merch store. Lots of heat on there that I don't want you guys to miss out on, so be sure to check that out. Again, thank you for tuning in to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill, and we will see you on the next video.